They walking around. They in their house, but they don't own it. They can't benefit from it. They can't feed off of it. You know, they can't do shit. You know, it's a stolen house, so it's crazy. So I have to catch myself sometimes because I be walking around like this some BS right here. This is, and so like Dr. Yaffa said, all this rallying and things like that. You know, I mean, if you just have to rally to something, you just got to get out your system. Then by all means, go ahead and make your picket signs, do your rallying or whatever have you. But I just wanted to say, in case y'all didn't know, they've been rallying for like up 10 years. That's an old word, up 10. But they've been rallying for up 10 years, and so this is what you're doing. It's nothing new to them. So don't think that you're going to have a big effect on what they're doing anyway in the government or wherever, anywhere else, just because you out there with some picket signs. This ain't no new shit, is what I'm trying to say. This ain't no new walk in the park or a ballpark game, or this is something that has been going on. So, you know, we got to do something different. You need to sit down and figure out what you got to do different. And then, you know, you don't have to take everything we stand for. You know, do your own research and come up with what's going to work, but we got to do something about it. And talking about it and crying about it is not going to even be the business. You know, you got to know who you are and what you're doing and where you come from and who your people them be, who auntie them is, or whatever. And so, but anyway, this is Wake the Hell Up Wednesday. I like to invite anybody who wants to call in here. Matter of fact, I'm going to give it 10 more minutes. I like to do it at the top of the hour because I want to get some more stuff out. But anyway, this is Wake the Hell Up Wednesday. You listen to myself and Prestige. You also got KJ, Kenya Jones, on the line with us, and Will Justice, and of course we got Dr. Yaffa Bay, who's been joining us for the last Wednesday of the month. So we appreciate her every time she comes on and drops her knowledge. So if you have any questions for her or anything else we're talking about, or you would want to just give up an article, you can do so at 646-716-7572. We're talking about the news that we've been hearing of, and like we always say, don't take the news for face value. I mean, all the time. I mean, you got to really know that they don't always give us 100% of the news. Probably never give us 100%, but you know, you got to be more smarter than to think that everything that you read and hear that's happening in the media is the truth, because most likely they done added something to it to spice it up a little bit, make it sound more fatter and juicier or whatever, or they probably put it in place to get you all riled up and upset and, you know, on Facebook talking about what you going to do, knowing good and well you really ain't going to do shit. But this is part of their plan. This is what they do. And so I want to bring up an article. Let me ask Dr. Yaffa, did you have another story you want to bring up before I bring up another article?
You guys go ahead. You know, there's always stuff to talk about, but there's a lot of people that got a lot to say, and I have no problem pulling back. Go ahead.
Well,
thank you.
But we only get you once a month, so we rather for you to do the talking. We just here. We here for support. So if you got something to bring to the table.
Well, there's one or two other little things that you guys might want to know.
Okay.
One, the feds are basically demanding that all of these, internet companies, large and small, start handing over everybody's passwords to their email accounts and their Google accounts and to whatever accounts. A lot of the companies are doing their best to not give that information over. I mean, they're going through these demands. I guess they're coming at them with this Patriot Act. And I don't remember if it's Patriot Act 1 or 2, but they are demanding that the Internet companies hand over everybody's passwords and all the encryption stuff to decrypt the password for everybody. So a lot of companies are trying to figure out what to do to stave these fools off. We talk about some control freaks, okay? First of all, we know that a lot of the people that are running the world are corrupt and criminal element as hell. Crazy, child rapers, animal rapers, thieves, and the whole 9 yards. Fraud committers, people with guns and badges are some of the biggest criminals you've ever seen. So giving these people this information is too much like handing over a loaded Uzi to a chimpanzee and hoping that it don't point it back at you. So at the end of the day, now, you know, it explains why a lot of my people are pulling out. You know, a lot of people that gave up their Facebook account. They done gave up their YouTube account. They done gave up their PayPal account. They like the hell with them, the system, and all of that. Know also that your phones a lot of times when you get things, like when you order things from Google apps and whatever, and Apple apps or whatever, Apple Store, a lot of times you don't read the things you agree to. And frequently it'll say in no uncertain terms that when you agreeing to this means that someone can turn your phone on without your knowledge and hear everything that's being said in the realm where the phone is. Someone can turn your camera on and see everything that's going on in the view of your phone. Now, I got to say this. If you have all this surveillance capability, you can fly over here with type of drone planes and look in houses. You can, you're recording every single phone call, and I mean every single phone call, every single email, every single thing is being recorded and database and kept on a file. Well, why aren't you guys cracking down on child rapists and child traffickers and white slavery? Why aren't you doing a better job? If you got your eyes open and you got your ear to the wire like that, then do your damn job. Okay? That's one. In case you didn't know, now you know. You should always have, the only way you can really deal with these phones is to turn them off and take the battery out. If you don't want people to see what's going on even with your computer, you might want to entertain the thought of, if you're not in front of the camera, put a little piece of Band-Aid or something over the damn camera. When you're not in front of it, nobody can see up in your shit. Now, all my stuff is covered, all of it. Also, in Arizona, now people are trying to get, and I'm very curious to watch Arizona handle this, because Arizona got their stuff with them, but Arizona got their stuff with them, and a lot of this they don't really play. It's like when they were trying to do the traffic by camera. The people of Arizona were like, the hell? They was attacking the cameras and taping the cameras and spraying the cameras. Y'all don't understand. So-called white folks are off the chain, real tough. But they wasn't feeling it. And Arizona wasn't able to get nowhere with that camera bullshit in Arizona. It just wasn't popping. Now, what they're trying to do here, for people that are trying to become more self-sufficient, like the brother was saying earlier, if they're going to cut back your food stamps, or whatever, they make, or your welfare or whatever, they can cause you to become homeless. Well, they've already got legislation in place to go cut up your tents in tent cities and run you off or lock you up. So they already setting stuff up. They've already got the food bill in place to stop you from growing your own food. And if you do, you can't give it to anybody, share it with anybody, sell it with anybody. You can go off your head. Look, but these control freaks, and I've told my people for years, I said, these people that are in charge now are so damn crazy. If they could figure out how to charge you for sunlight and the air you breathe, they would. Well, people that have put solar paneling on their houses in Arizona, the electric companies, and I guess some legislative behinds, are trying to figure out how to charge these people $100 a month for having solar panels on the house. It's like, wait a minute, hold up. They're getting stuff from they bought their own solar panels. They bought their own their own batteries to generate this stuff, paid their own money for installation and hired their people, are giving or selling some of their power back that's an overage to the electric companies, and somebody's got the nerve to say that everybody in Arizona that's got a solar panel on the roof needs to start paying out $100 a month. Well, hell, you may as well get rid of solar paneling and jump back on the system. It's probably cheaper. I'm saying, control freaks, it's time for them to die. They need to just disappear and die. Seriously. It's coming from the sun for free, and you get $100 for what? What did you do that makes you entitled to $100 of this?
Right. But I was trying to find an article. It was a couple articles where they was making it illegal to capture rainwater. So these people find, like you said, they finding different types of ways to capitalize on stuff that is already natural for us to have. But they will find a way to bottle it up and sell it back to your ass, and that includes some air. So as soon as you figure out how to bottle the air, you have to buy that too. I wanted to go back, Dr. Yaffa, what you were saying, because there was something that stood out of my mind when you said, and this is really, I don't know why, well, I do know why it stood out of my mind because of my next article, but when you said the rape of animals, and I'm going to tell you, I'm 45 years old, and it wasn't until this time in my life, like this year or this last couple of years, I had never really heard nobody call that a rape of animals. I heard of bestiality. is the word that they use. But when you just said rape of animals, that just hit me like, damn, that is rape of an animal. That's
animal
not even, exactly. I was like, wow. And I got an article here about bestiality or rape of animals. Rape of animals. They have brothels that are out Germany, y'all. And it says the brothels, let's see, it said bestiality brothels are spreading through Germany, warns campaigners as abusers turn to sex with animals as a lifestyle. Okay, and then this article came out July the 1st. I just saw it today, so it's like a month old. But bestiality brothels are spreading through Germany faster than ever, thanks to a law that makes animal porn illegal, but sex with animals legal. Y'all hear that shit?
What?
I'll read that again. Bestiality brothels are spreading through Germany faster than ever, thanks to a law that makes animal porn illegal, but sex with animals legal. A livestock protection officer has warned. Madeleine Martin told the Frankfurter, I can't say the name, it's in German, that current laws were not protecting animals from predatory, here's that word Dr. Yaffa talked about on Sunday, zoophilia.
Don't call them animal rapists, curious.
Animal rapists, who are increasingly able to turn to bestiality as a lifestyle choice. She highlighted one case where a farmer in the Groß-Gerau region of southwest Germany noticed his once friendly flock of sheep were beginning to shy away from human contact. And I think this might be the story did you bring this story up on Sunday, Dr. Yaffa? I can't remember. I think it's something.
Yeah, I did. I did. You know, my listeners that follow news give it to me, hoping that I'll tell you guys. But I get so bombarded with so much from everybody, I can't bring up everything. But yeah, it's been legal in Germany since 1969. In 1969, the German government made it legal to have sex with animals as long as you do not seriously injure the animal. It's okay to injure the animal as long as you don't seriously injure the animal. Well, what the hell does that mean?
Wow. Right.
That's open for interpretation.
What does that mean? They're
trying to make it illegal now, and people are like, hell to the law.
Right. Let me finish this article. It says that he noticed his once friendly flock of sheep were beginning to shy away from human contact. So he rigged a CCTV camera in the rafters of his barn to discover multiple men sneaking in during the night to sexually abuse his beloved livestock. There are now animal brothels in Germany, Martin told the paper, adding that people were playing down the issue by describing it as a lifestyle choice. Armed with the host of similar case studies, Ms. Martin is now calling for the government to categorically ban bestiality across the country. Last November, Germany authorities said they were planning to reinstate an old law forbidding sex with animals after a sharp rise to incidents of bestiality along the websites promoting it. Parliament began debating changes in the National Animal Protection Code with the Agriculture Committee of the, I think it's Bundestag, pledging fines of up to $20,000 or whatever the money is for a first offense. So, yeah, I want to bring that up because I know Dr. Yaffa talked about it on Sunday where, this man, he's trying to figure out what the hell is wrong with his sheep. Why? And look at this. You just got through saying that they can injure the animal, but they can't seriously injure the animal. But he's talking about my sheep are shying away from human contact. That means they are afraid of human contact. But they're shying away from human contact. Mm-hmm.
That's what tripped them out. They used to be friendly. Then they started tripping. It's like, what the hell is wrong with my animals?
Exactly. Exactly.
That's the anti-nature anyway. That's how we found them anyway in the Caucasus Mountains, having sex with animals, not even standing upright. He didn't even
know. Babies.
They didn't freaking even, like, they didn't speak, they didn't bathe, nothing. That's how we found them. I mean, it's like they just reverting back to their anti-nature. That's probably how they ended up in the caves in the first place, because nobody